Hi, I'm Richard Redmond, host of The Play's the Thing. Andy Warhol said in 1968 that in the future, everybody would be famous for 15 minutes. In our next play titled Celebrity, I'm sure that Gloria Schollklepper is not too happy with the fame she has found. She probably would prefer to be famous for something else. If you had to make a list of all the famous people, Gloria would be at the rear end of the list. And now, Celebrity, written by Lewis Gardner.
Can I help you, sir?
Yes. Table for one.
Right this way. Oh, single sit to the left.
What?
Single sit to the left.
What?
Single sit to the left.
Those tables?
Yes.
May I sit on that side?
I suppose you could.
They sure have rules.
I beg your pardon?
Rules. Single sit on the left.
Well, maybe if it's busy and somebody took a table for four, it could, really kind of mess them
But
up.
they're not busy, see? Look. They just like to enforce these rules.
Maybe at lunch. It is just a coffee shop. You can eat here or not.
Sure. Just coffee.
Sir,
Just coffee.
there's a $2 minimum at tables at dinner.
Even at the singles table? At the left?
Yes.
Even when it's not busy? Oh, come on, sweetheart, lighten up a little. The SS isn't recruiting this year. May I have a bagel, please?
Of course. Jelly?
How about if I wanted 2 containers of jelly? One will do fine.
Thank you.
I wonder if there's a rule on how to eat your bagel. Oh, I'm sorry I bother you. Sorry, is that liver? Liver and onions?
Yes, it is.
Is it good?
Not bad.
Well, I'm sure it fits the regulations for liver. But I'm sorry, I bother you. Say, I know you from somewhere. I could tell when you smile. Just sort of I'd like to smile, but life is an awfully burdensome smile. Did you go to Erasmus High School? No, well, neither did I. I just know a lot of that crowd.
Oh.
Did you work at Macy's? I did that for a while.
No.
I'm bothering you, aren't I? I'm keeping you from your liver. Go on, chew. I get the idea I've seen you. You're famous for something, aren't you? You've been on the news. Or you wrote a book and you went on Oprah to tell the world about it.
No.
No. Wait a minute, something's coming to me. I'm lousy with faces, but names stick in my brain. Oh. Gloria Schulman. No, Gloria Schollklepper. Is that close?
Yes, that's my name, or it used to be.
Okay, so how do I know it? It had something to do with the subway, right?
I suppose.
Oh, yes. You were in an ad. Oh, they had classics of those days. Remember? Little enough to ride for free, little enough to ride your knee.
No. No, I don't.
It was an ad for the shame and heartbreak of psoriasis.
No.
The lonely terror of mental illness. No, wait. No. I'm sorry, I keep thinking about a preparation for... Yes, that's it. Gloria Shillcliffe, a hemorrhoid sufferer. Oh, wow. Oh, I never met a celebrity before. Wow, that took real heroism to get up there and tell the world. Do people still recognize you?
No. In fact, I'm happy, you know, when they don't remember.
Why? What about the people who knew you? Were they impressed?
No.
Well, this is something. I never met a celebrity. Well, I saw Soupy Sales in Gristini once. He was at the checkout counter. He wasn't even telling jokes.
Oh.
Hey, what was it you said in that ad? Something about pain. Go on, say it.
There's nothing like it for my pain, swelling, and itching.
Right! Gloria Shillcliffe, a hemorrhoid sufferer, and a picture of the product. There's nothing like it for my pain, swelling, and itching. Wow, that's quite a statement, huh? That's all of real life right there. Pain, swelling, itchy.
Well, if you'll excuse me.
Wait, don't go. It's probably better if I sit here and keep my voice down. You know, it's funny, isn't it? You're on 1,000 of those posters and you don't even want a perfect stranger like me to say anything about it. What made you do it, Gloria? What lust for recognition took you over? Was it like being one of those people on the daytime talk shows? Today we'll be talking to a woman who kept her baby in a microwave oven. Tragedy struck one day when her boyfriend turned it on. And after that, we'll be talking to a man who could only say his prayers while wearing a rubber wetsuit full of applesauce. Was that it? Famous at any price?
No, it wasn't like that at all. It was horrible. I never wanted to be famous. Oh, maybe as a child when I took ballet from Madame Carmela at her école to dance in Jackson Heights. Oh, I had fantasies of being up on my toes in front of the crowned heads of Europe and so on. But not when I grew up and had a respectable job and wore tweed skirts.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's not really any of my...
No, it's not any of your business.
Tell me, when you do something public like that, do you keep the same right to privacy as us poor schnooks who are nobody?
I'm no more anybody else than anybody else is.
Gloria, I'm a judge of character. And I judge your character to be very fine. I noticed it on the poster. A fine person. One I could trust to recommend a particular hemorrhoid product.
Look, I never should have done it. But this guy convinced me to pose and to sign a release.
Ah, the streets of the big city are paved with releases, signed by women led astray by shop operators.
He showed me an ad in a medical journal. 12 little photos of people speaking, you know, sort of scientific. Never expected to be all over the place.
So it's true. You were a sufferer.
Well, yeah, sure. No worse than the next person. I mean, I didn't have the world's most painful or anything, but this guy, a friend, in fact, from this club, the Never Give Up Singles Club, he got me to go to an ad agency on Madison Avenue.
I'm curious. How did they bring the subject up?
He asked.
At the singles club? He said, "Hi, I'm Roger. Nice dress. Do you have hemorrhoids?"
No. He saw it in my medicine cabinet. He claimed I left it partway open, but I'm dubious about that till this day. Anyway, he saw the preparation in my medicine cabinet.
So, he was in your apartment.
He was picking me up for a dinner date. We were going to this Ethiopian restaurant where you ate off the top of a barrel or something. But we never got there. I decided I'd better eat American because of my stomach.
You had to be careful.
Well, no, not because of the,
Barney.
Barney. I thought I was helping him out, and it was right before the holidays, so $200 was useful.
Helping him out?
Yeah. I sort of liked him, and he had a new job at this ad agency, so...
You know, he sounds like kind of a tacky guy.
He was. But he was going places. He started in the mailroom, and then he got to help out on some accounts. Then he had to figure out how mentally handicapped people sounded in German, and of course, I couldn't help him with that. And so he sort of manipulated me that way.
Gloria, time wounds all heals. What rock is he living under today?
I think he has his own ad agency.
Oh, but inside, I bet he's hurting.
It was a long time ago. I don't care.
One more instance of man taking advantage of a woman. Please accept my apologies on behalf of my fellow men.
That's very considerate.
When a woman shoots her boyfriend or pours gasoline on her husband and throws a match, I always ask myself, before we criticize her, let's find out what he did to deserve it. Your story, for example.
Well, I wouldn't want to set him on fire. But I can tell you, I was angry. It was the worst time of my life.
Like a moth.
What?
A moth. A moth, he flies too close to the flame, a moment of glory, and then burned to a crisp.
Well, I don't know about that. When it first came out, I thought, well, it's out there. I can't wish it away. At least now something is happening. Now I'm somebody people will notice. I know that feeling you're talking about, why people go on talk shows. That feeling lasted less than an hour. I got calls from people I knew. Then people I didn't know looked me up in the phone book. The boys in the mailroom made remarks. I looked down into a newspaper when I rode the subway. I changed jobs and apartments. I changed my name. Legally, there is no Gloria Schulklepper. I wear my hair different. I work alone as a researcher. No one gets to know me.
That's so sad, to deny your own existence. Well, that's how it is with pioneers.
Don't make fun.
No, I have nothing but respect. I mean, you may be responsible for single-handedly bringing people out of the Dark Ages with their hemorrhoids.
Don't, really.
I'm sorry, but you know, it is a little funny. I mean, if hemorrhoid sufferers wanted to have a sit-in, they would have to use those donut-shaped pillows. Sorry.
Look, I never expected my life to be a bed of roses. I was brought up to believe that life meant finding your own little bundle of miseries and settling down with them. But in no way was I prepared for the nightmare I lived through.
There weren't any consolations?
Well, there was one thing. What if they'd have put that ad in Time magazine? Then my mother would have gotten calls from all over the world, not just the 5 boroughs. Oh, and another consolation was, not everybody rode the subway. Every time I heard of a murder or a purse snatching on the subway on the news, I said a prayer of thanks. Maybe another couple of hundred people would decide not to ride the subway, and then they wouldn't see my face on the wall. I even tried some therapy, but it was this Carl Rogers therapy, and the only thing the therapist did was repeat everything you said.
He repeated everything you said?
Yes, and that's supposed to validate your feelings.
It validates your feelings.
Yes, but I wasn't so sure it was working, so, you know.
You didn't know if it was working.
Stop it!
Gloria, do you know what I hear when you tell me this? I hear someone who has not a problem with hemorrhoids, but with confidence. The ability to look a problem in the face and say, I may have a problem, but I don't want to be a problem.
Huh?
Look, when I was a kid, I used to love to paint in oils. It would have meant the world to me if my father would have just had once said, "Son, that's a beautiful painting."
That's awful. What was wrong with him?
He was blind.
Oh.
There's one thing I could never understand. They wouldn't let us paint shadows black. We were supposed to look at the shadow and find its color. Anything but black. At that age, I didn't understand. I thought shadows were black. I could not find the color of a shadow. But Gloria, now I think I can.
I'm not sure I really,
Understand? Gloria, look, I'm a student of how things happen in life. And whenever we're touched by something important, we're changed by it. And that's how life goes, change and growth. And I think I've been changed by our little encounter here.
That's nice. I have too.
Look, I talked your ear off. Your liver's cold.
Oh, it wasn't too good anyway. And it has a lot of cholesterol. But you know something? I shouldn't hide. I should laugh. This is the very thing I dreaded most. A stranger remembering. Even a stranger I might be, interested in talking to. Who would say, "Oh, I remember you." And then right away there's a barrier and you never really get the chance to talk to one another. Ah, who knows what possibilities could have been snuffed right out. You've been very kind to listen.
Look, you know what you're going to do? You're going to take your name back and be proud of it. And move back to your original apartment.
They went co-op.
You can hold your chin up and tell the world who you are. Go on, tell everybody in the restaurant.
I can't.
Come on, how about this guy over here?
I couldn't.
You know, I guess I always knew. When I saw that picture of Gloria Schulklepper, hemorrhoid sufferer, I knew she was a sweet, sincere person.
Oh.
And I was right.
Thanks a lot, Barney. Really.
In fact, give me a call real soon. You could quadruple whatever you're making now by becoming a distributor for our household cleaning products. With your charm and personality and that special electricity that people get talking to a bona fide celebrity, you could buy a house on Easy Street.
You want me to hustle detergent?
You're offending me, Gloria. To become one of the select legion of Brosco products is not to hustle detergent. It's too good an opportunity to pass it up, Gloria. A chance like this comes only once, so don't miss the brass ring by keeping your hand in your pocket. We could go far, kid. We'll make you the spokesperson for Brosco products. Your face could be on every wall and in every magazine in America. Maybe for a bubble bath. Who knows better than Gloria Schulklepper how wonderful it is to sit and soak for long, soothing hours in a Brosco bubble bath. First, of course, you'll want some first-hand experience as a point-of-purchase representative.
I get your drift. You sat here and talked to me this entire time, made me go through hell, reliving my entire past so that I could become some pathetic soap seller for you? Listen, Barney, just because one creep used and manipulated me doesn't mean that every creep along the eastern seaboard can turn me into a certified dish rag. Barney, you I could set on fire with gasoline. You I could shrink without surgery. And I'd be more than happy to put you in the microwave. You are worse than the ugliest, itchiest hemorrhoid I've ever met.
I'm offended by your innuendo, Gloria. I shall say no more and leave you to your cold liver.
Good.
Furthermore, my wife and other deductions are waiting for me. It's been swell having the opportunity to share these insights with you. Don't forget to call.
Kidding me?
He really talked your ear off, didn't he? Oh, and I notice he leaves me a big 30 cents. I heard him say you're famous.
Oh, God, no.
He wasn't an agent, was he? Sometimes they give parts in a commercial to someone who looks like a real person. Anyway, I collect autographs. You'd be surprised who comes in here. We're not any good, but we're the only coffee shop this stretch of Broadway. I have Leslie Gore and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh.
Please.
Okay, I will.
So, this is who you are? Gloria Schollklepper, hemorrhoid sufferer? What? Are you some kind of... Oh, wait. Sure. I remember. The subway, right? Gee, this is something. You know who's here? Gloria Schollklepper, hemorrhoid sufferer. I mean, anybody could get Leslie Gore and Leonardo DiCaprio. Gee, thanks, Gloria. Let's see what else you wrote.
Oh, you don't have to read it now.
No. I feel this is a significant moment. Let me read it.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, Gloria. Live life to the fullest. The pain, the swelling,
and the itching.
Gloria should thank her lucky stars that it was only her face they used on the poster. I heard through the grapevine that she's being considered for the lead role in Moon over Miami. Next, a short monologue from Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. In this scene, Calpurnia is pleading with Caesar not to go to the Senate that day. There are omens of gloom and doom. Looking back on history, maybe he should have listened.
Nor heaven nor earth had been at peace tonight. Thrice has Capernaum asleep cried out, "Help, ho!" They murder Caesar. Who's within?
What mean you, Caesar? Think you to walk forth? You shall not stir out of your house today.
Caesar shall forth. These things that threaten Caesar never look but at my back. When they see the face of Caesar, they are vanished.
Caesar, I never stood on ceremonies, yet now they fright me. There is one within besides the things that we have heard and seen, recounts most horrid sights seen by the watch. A lioness has whelped in the streets, and graves have yawned and yielded up their dead. Fierce, fiery warriors fight upon the clouds in ranks and squadrons and right form of war, which drizzled blood upon the Capitol. Horses did neigh, and dying men did groan, and ghosts did shriek and squeal about the streets. Oh, Caesar, these things are beyond all use, and I do fear them.
What can be avoided? Whose end is purposed by the mighty gods, yet Caesar shall go forth. These predictions are to the world in general. as to Caesar.
When beggars die, there are no comets seen. The heavens themselves blaze forth the death of princes.
Cowards die many times before their death. The valiant never tastes a death but once. All the wonders yet I've heard, seems to me most strange that men should fear, seeing that death, the necessary end, will come, when it will come. Caesar shall be a beast without a heart, if he stays at home today for fear. No, Caesar will not. Death knows full well that Caesar's more dangerous than he. We are two lions littered in one day. And I, more elder and more terrible. And Caesar shall go forth.
Alas, my lord, your wisdom is consumed in confidence. Do not go forth today. Call it my fear that keeps you in the house and not your own. We'll send Mark Antony to the Senate House, and he shall say you are not well today. Let me upon my knee prevail in this.
Mark Antony shall say I am not well. And for thy humor, I will stay at home.